Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a bonus love reading for my dearest Virgos. Virgo, we're going to take a look at what's happening this week in your love life. And if you like this new style of reading, please drop me a comment and let me know if you would like to see more of this type of reading. I would truly appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what clear messages, advice, and guidance come through for my lovely Virgos, please, regarding their love life this week. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Clear messages for my Virgos, please. All right, when it comes to love, you could be dealing with, a fire sign. All right, the Knight of Wands, so an Aries, Leo, or Sag. Ooh, this person is going to make you some sort of love offer. How are my Virgos going to feel about it? Some of you might not be feeling super confident about it. All right, with the Nine of Cups, you could be feeling a bit emotionally drained by this person if they've been in and out of your life. We see the Page of Wands. They could be a bit younger than you, Virgo, or maybe you feel like this person lacks maturity. Some of my Virgos, you're not really going to be taking this person that seriously. And you may even be inclined to not respond to them or to walk away from them. They are going to shoot their shot here, whether they're someone you've been dealing with or it's somebody here who's been admiring you. But some of my Virgos, I feel like you just don't know if you can trust this person. Maybe there's a big age difference. Maybe you've heard some gossip about this person, or you just kind of get a feeling here, Virgo, that this person might be a little bit of a player, or they're not serious. All right, so let's see. We have this Knight of Wands energy in reverse. Okay, this person, the Nine of Pentacles, it could be somebody you know from the gym or something like that. This person is single. Okay, Venus and Virgo, and this person is actually quite picky about whom they invest in. And yeah, it feels like this person, maybe this person has kind of given you the cold shoulder in the past, Virgo, and so you're just kind of wondering why now? For others of you with this Eight of Pentacles, this definitely does feel like it's somebody that you know from work or the gym. Maybe some of you are a little bit pessimistic about gym relationships. They never really work, or they always end up just being kind of friends with benefit situations or flings. Some of you, you're a little bit hesitant too about this connection because maybe you work with them. And, maybe some of you also have kind of heard gossip about this person that maybe was a little bit unsavory, or, maybe they come off a little bit goofy or a little bit, I don't know, I want to say a little bit childish, but they are going to make some sort of offer this week, Virgo. All right, with this Ace of Cups. And we see the Nine of Swords. It's definitely something they've been stressing about. All right, I definitely think this person has been losing sleep over you. But I'm also seeing for some of my Virgos, if this is somebody that you have been dealing with, maybe on an off and on situationship type basis, I kind of feel like they're going to come in and make an offer, but I'm not so sure that they're actually making or have made any real changes here. But they are taking action and they are communicating, and this person really does want to manifest you because they've really been stressing about you. They've been stressing about telling you how they feel or asking you out or, offering you an apology here. But I just kind of feel like how you're going to feel, the Nine of Cups in reverse, you're going to feel a little bit emotionally drained. Your kind of first instinct here is going to be to walk away. Okay, and yeah, some of you, you're no, with the Judgment card energy in reverse. And maybe some of you with the Two of Pentacles, you may have been on the fence about this person, but it does feel like, my Virgos, a lot of you might choose to be single, or you might be cutting this person off. With the Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Judgment card, it's like you've made a decision here, no more with this person. If they've shown you bad habits or patterns, or you're just not feeling it, you just might not feel like this person is on the same page. I also feel with the Hermit card and the Two of Pentacles here, a lot of my Virgos, you're going to be choosing to maybe even stay single or ignore this person's, proposition. Again, either because you don't feel like they're compatible with you, or maybe you just feel you need to spend time on your own. You're not ready for a relationship, or there's just something that might feel off about this person. And like I said, some of you, you're sick and tired of their antics or the same old cycle repeating. So I'm definitely seeing my Virgos standing very strong and very firm about their boundaries and like what they really want in a relationship. And for some of my Virgos, like this is not it, right? But let's see, what are your affirmations for this week for your love life? And some of my Virgos, you may be choosing to invest in someone else. You may have more than one offer coming your way, but it does feel like this main energy, like you might be walking away from. You might be ghosting, or you might be just you might be just choosing to focus on you at this time. But some of you do have another option here that you've already chosen, or that you've decided that you want to, put time and effort into, or you want to see where that other connection goes. All right, your affirmations for this week, Virgo, are change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Yeah, and some of you, you're, like I said, if this is someone you have been dealing with, I kind of feel like you're done. Like that these cycles can't continue. And I see that with the 9 of Swords in reverse. Like for some of you, whether this is someone you've dealt with or it's the same type of person you've been calling in, you're like, yeah, I can't keep doing the same thing and expect different results. And so I've got to make some changes here. I'm ready. And a lot of you may have evolved past this person or this type of person. Some of you might be like, oh my gosh, a year ago I would have fallen for this. Right? Or a year ago, I would have loved this opportunity from this specific person or this type of person, but I kind of feel like, you've shifted, you've up-leveled. And so like, there's something that's not super appetizing about this. And we see loneliness, Virgo. So I know that I am never alone. So your second mantra for this week is, I know that I am never alone. Yeah. And you'd rather choose to be on your own than in bad company, right? And for my Spanish speakers out there, mejor sola que mal acompañada, all right? And we see empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. I also feel like with this mantra, like I do feel like my Virgos, you are going to most likely reject this person's offer with grace. You're going to hold space for them. You're going to, I feel like this is, or there's a need to, especially if this is someone that you work with and you're rejecting, or somebody that you see around quite frequently and you're rejecting them. I see you doing it with grace and with compassion. All right. Or, if that's not if that's not how you really feel about them when this happens, Spirit saying, to, reject with grace and compassion, Virgo, provided, that they deserve that from you, but it feels like they might. All right, so let's see, any final advice and guidance for this week for my Virgos, please? And we get luminosity, beautiful. All right, so I feel like this is a strong energy for my Virgos to just let your light shine. And we see that with the Hermit card. And some of my Virgos out there, you've let go of something recently, or you've been through a heavy cycle. So it just kind of feels like you might not, this person doesn't quite align with you, and you just are really focused on you at this time, and like healing and, like giving yourself grace at this time. So this card, Luminosity, Virgo, says that when you connect to your divine feminine, you become luminous. Your true nature shows from within and you glow. Oh my goodness. And look at that. There you are. All right. The luminous woman is the feminine counterpart of the chivalrous male. They are attracted to one another, complement, support, and nurture each other. And it kind of feels like this person coming towards you here, Virgo, isn't necessarily your counterpart, right? Your complement. In this modern age, it can be quite difficult for a woman to find her luminous center and live from that place, because we have fallen into the trap of believing we are supposed to have, be, and do it all of the time. What this usually means is that the woman takes too much upon herself and tries to fill the roles of the men in her life instead of asking for their help. Being luminous requires poise. It is worth the extra effort of patience at first, if that is required. And I kind of feel like that's the energy my Virgos are tapping into. Usually what is most effective is an adjustment of perspective. A luminous woman asks for what she needs with respect for the other person's time and feelings, then goes about her day confident that her request will be responded to. If it takes a little longer than she first hoped, she does not become overbearing or critical. She simply focuses on her own life and what she is able to do, thus creating a positive space for the chivalrous man to step into. And I feel like that's the energy here of this reading. Like a lot of my Virgos, like you're asking for this space because you want the right person to come towards you, not just the first person, or not just the person that, and not just this person, right? Whether we like it or not, the responsibility of going first lies with the feminine, as very few men will continue to be chivalrous in the space of a woman who isn't luminous to some degree. Being luminous requires practice, as the feminine helps you to let go of your old patterns of taking over, micromanaging, or insisting things be done your way. You have drawn this card today because the luminous woman in you is calling out for attention, urging you to be graceful and to incorporate some luminous energy into your busy day. Choose one small thing that you can imbue with your luminosity today or this week, right? Put your request out there and give thanks for it being done. For men, this means that the feminine energy is working within and through you in positive ways. Feel the ways you can become more connected to your heart and able to express your feelings more clearly. And I love that because it's so in tune with the Hermit card and with my Virgos this week. All right, I'm going to leave it here, Virgos, sending you love and light. Take care.